Let's go.
First, let's review the difference between a subject and an object. The subject of a sentence is the person or thing that performs the action. In English, the subject is usually before the verb. The object is the person or thing that is acted upon or receives the action. Let's see this example. Taha made a sandwich. Taha is the person who made the sandwich. So he is the person who did the verb, who performs the action, which is making a sandwich. So Taha is the subject. A sandwich is the thing that receives the action of the verb. So a sandwich is the object in this case. Taha made a sandwich. Let's see another example. We want some fruit juice. Here, we is the subject and some fruit juice is the object. The third example, smoking causes cancer. Here, smoking is the subject, while cancer is the object. Smoking causes cancer. Now, let's see how to form object questions in English. Object questions are the most common type of questions in English. In object questions, we want to know more about the receiver of the action. Object questions are formed following the Quasm formula. In the Quasm formula, we put the question word at first, followed by the auxiliary verb and the subject and the main verb. For questions in the simple present, the auxiliary verbs are do and does. Let's see this example. We want some fruit juice. In this case, we are going to form an object question. We want to know more about the object, which is, in this case, some fruit juice. Don't forget that in object questions, we follow the Quasm formula. So, we are going to put the question word at first. Here, we are going to replace some fruit juice with what? What do you want to drink? As you can see, question word followed by the auxiliary verb, which is in this case do, followed by the subject you, and the main verb want. What do you want to drink? Let's see another example. Smoking causes cancer. We want to make an object question. Here we are going to replace the object, which is cancer, with the question word what, and follow the Quasm formula. What does smoking cause? As you can see, question word followed by the auxiliary verb, which is in this case does, followed by smoking and the main verb. For questions in the simple past, the auxiliary verb is did. Let's see this example. Taha made a sandwich. Here, the object is a sandwich. Let's make an object question following the Quasm formula. So, we have to put the question word at first. Here, we are going to replace a sandwich with what? What did Taha make? So, as you can see, question word, in this case, what, followed by the auxiliary verb, which is did, followed by the subject, which is Taha, and at the end, we have the main verb. Now, let's see how to form subject questions in English. When we ask questions about the subject in English, we want to know about the person or thing who performed the action. Subject questions do not use the auxiliary verbs do, does, and did. We use what, who, which, whose, and how many in questions about the subject. In a subject question, the word order is the same as the answer. Let's see this example. We want some fruit juice. Now we want to make a subject question, a question about the subject. We want to know more about the person who performed the action. We make it as follow. We replace we, the subject, by who, and we maintain the same order of the answer. Who wants some fruit juice? Who wants some fruit juice? Let's see another example. Smoking causes cancer. So here we want to make a subject question. We want to know more about smoking. Now we are going to replace smoking by what? Because smoking is a thing. What causes cancer? You can see that we maintained the same order as the answer. Let's see how to form subject questions in the simple past. Let's see this example. Taha made a sandwich. In this case, we want to know more about the subject, which is in this case Taha. We are going to replace Taha with who and maintain the same word order as the answer. Who made a sandwich? We've seen until now how to make subject and object questions in the simple present and simple past. Let's see now how to make subject and object questions in other verb tenses. In other verb tenses, the auxiliary verbs are forms of the verbs be and have. In other verb tenses, we use the verbs be and have in both subject and object questions. For the present continuous tense, let's see this example. Samir is washing the car. In order to make a subject question, we replace Samir with the question word who, and we maintain the same order. Who is washing the car? In order to form the object question, we follow the quasm formula. Question word followed by auxiliary verb, followed by the subject and the main verb. What is Samir washing? For the past continuous tense, let's see this example. The manager was talking about the problem. For subject questions, we replace the manager with who and we maintain the same word order as the answer. Who was talking about the problem? For the object question, we follow the quasm formula. Question word followed by auxiliary verb and the subject and the main verb. What was the manager talking about? For the present perfect tense, let's see this example. My father has spent $500 on a computer. In order to form a subject question, we are going to replace the subject, which is in this case my father, with who and maintain the same word order. Who has spent $500 on a computer? In order to make or to form an object question, don't forget that we should follow the QUASM formula. So the question word at first. Here we are going to replace the object with how much. The object here is $500. We are going to replace it with how much. How much has your father spent on a computer? You can see that the question word is at first, followed by the auxiliary verb, which is in this case has, followed by the subject, your father, and the main verb, spent. How much has your father spent on a computer? Let's see this example for the present perfect continuous. In order to form a subject question, we replace the subject I by who, and we maintain the same word order. Who has been working on this project? For the object question, we follow, as always, the QUASM formula. We replace this project by what have you been working on? What have you been working on? As you can see, question word followed by auxiliary verb, followed by a subject, followed by the main verb. Now, let's see how to form object and subject questions in the future using will. Let's see this example. This YouTube channel will help the students. In order to form the subject question, we replace the subject, this YouTube channel, with what, and we maintain the same word order. What will help the students? For the object question, we follow, as always, the QUASM formula. Who will this YouTube channel help? As you can see, question word followed by auxiliary verb, followed by the subjects and the main verb. Who will this YouTube channel help? For the future tense, using going to. Let's see this example. I'm going to make a pizza. For subject question, we replace I with who, and we maintain the same word order. Who is going to make a pizza? For the object question, we follow, as always, the QUASM formula. What are you going to make? You can see we put the question word at first, followed by the auxiliary verb, followed by the subject and the main verb. What are you going to make? I'm going to make a pizza. Thank you for your attention. I hope that now you can form subject and object questions in all English tenses. Please, if you find this video useful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our YouTube channel.